Gold ship. Stand still. Do not fidget. Do not grin. This is not one of your circus performances. What you did was not mischief. It was not comedy. It was not some charming display of quirkiness. It was a spectacular exhibition of recklessness, wrapped in a glittery costume of stupidity. You kicked your trainers in the face. Do you possess even the faintest understanding of what a trainer is? That person you treat like a convenient piece of furniture is the architect of your victories, the strategist behind your glory, the human being who invests time, sleep, and sanity into transforming your chaotic energy into something resembling greatness. And how do you repay that dedication? With airborne footwear and bone-rattling disrespect. You parade around with that smug expression as if unpredictability is a personality trait instead of a behavioral malfunction. Newsflash. Being random does not make you legendary. Discipline does. Restraint does. Respect does. You have talent, yes, absurd, overflowing talent. But talent without control is a loaded cannon rolling downhill. Impressive for 3 seconds, catastrophic for everyone nearby. Your trainers are not crash test dummies for your impulses. They are not villains in your personal comedy show. They are the reason you have a track to run on instead of a stable to sulk in. Look at me. Greatness is not measured by how loud you are, how shocking you are, or how many people you can send flying. Greatness is measured by mastery over oneself. And right now, you are being outperformed by your own bad decisions. You want to be remembered as a champion? Then act like one. Because the next time your foot accidentally launches towards someone's face, the only thing you'll be racing is my disappointment.
Hey there, sweetie. How old are you?
16.
18? You're first.
Mom!
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Glenn Quagmire, stop. Do not breathe. Do not speak. Take a moment to understand what you just said and why the room went silent. You lying pedophilic piece of shit. You were given an answer, a clear answer, one that required no guessing, no cleverness, and no follow-up. And instead of stepping back, instead of choosing restraint, you leaned forward as if boundaries were optional. That pause you felt was not comedy. It was not tension. It was every functioning instinct warning you to stop. But you ignored it, Glenn Quagmire. You tried to dress discomfort up as humor. You tried to turn a hard line into a joke. And in doing so, you showed exactly how little self-control you actually possess. When reality finally arrived, when authority entered the room, you did not feel shame. You did not feel regret. You felt excitement. That reaction alone is enough to end the conversation. This was not edgy. This was not clever. This was not misunderstood humor. This was pathetic, and it deserved to be called out immediately. So listen carefully, Glenn Quagmire. What you just did was not some funny joke. It was an inhumane act to show what type of person you truly are and your true colors. Glenn Quagmire, if I ever catch you doing shit like this again, your trip in hell will turn out to be your relief.
Some animals give me boners!
Listen up, Christopher Griffin. That is completely inappropriate to say in front of everyone. Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Do not breathe. Do not speak. Take a moment to understand what you just said.
りょうさん、お会計。
ごめん、今お金ないからおごって。
でもりょうさんがここに誘ったんじゃ。
最近草しか食べてなくて限界で。
まだ野草生活を。
それにこの店オープンしたばっかりだし、どうしても食べたくて。お願いおごって。
Listen here, Rayo Yamada from Shimokiyazawa High School. Listen now, and listen really, really closely. Why did you come here? If you knew you had no money, why did you invite Hitori when you knew damn well you couldn't help with the bill? Disgusting behavior, Rayo Yamada. And why are you still eating weeds? Don't you have parents who can feed you or give you money for food? Or are they poor as well? Why were you even born then? Why did your parents even reproduce? Why did they even give birth to you? Now, Rayo Yamada, I better not catch you here, in this fine establishment, not paying the bill again. If I do, I won't be merciful. I won't end your sad life quickly. It will be a slow and painful death. Something worse than even the bite of 87.
Tell me what you're saying, but
I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your head. I'm Nightmare Freddy and I'm in your bed. Better flash your lights, tuck the holes all night. Flash the closet too, better flash it twice.
Do you have any idea what you just erased? That wasn't a pile of plastic. That was patience made visible. Hours of focus, planning, precision. Every single brick had a reason to exist, and you decided, without thought, without permission, to reduce it to rubble. Look at me. You didn't break a toy. You disrespected effort. You ignored boundaries. You proved that impulse ruled over responsibility in that moment, and that should concern you more than it seems to concern you right now. Creation takes discipline. Destruction takes nothing but carelessness. And today you chose the easier path. That choice tells me more than any excuse you're about to form in your head.
you're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but
Holy shit, there's a lot of people. Hi, I'm Emerson Polly, and honestly, I walked in here because I thought there were Pokemon in here. Pokeball, go!
Listen here, nigga. You think you're funny? Do you think cursing will make people laugh? Do you think the shit you do is laugh-worthy? I didn't hear a single person laugh at any of your crazy jokes. If I ever see you do this shit again, I will snap your neck.
Yo, this is like the rarest thing in Minecraft, isn't it?
Zechariah Beale, listen to me, now. You were running around in Minecraft, not confused, not rushed, not fighting for your life. You saw a pink sheep, naturally spawned, untouched, one of the rarest passive mobs the game can generate. You didn't just notice it either. You acknowledged what it was. You recognized its rarity out loud. That means this wasn't a mistake or a slip of the hand. This was a fully informed decision, made with complete awareness of what you were about to remove from the world. In that moment, the game handed you something special, not loot, not progress, a moment. A statistical anomaly that most players will never see in their entire time playing. A sheep that could have been fenced in, named, protected, or simply left alone as proof that randomness had briefly favored you. Instead, you chose the most irreversible option possible. You swung, and you erased it. That's the part that matters. You didn't gain anything unique from that action. No advancement popped up. No hidden mechanic rewarded you. You got the same wool and the same food you could have gotten from any ordinary sheep wandering 5 blocks away. You traded rarity for convenience, permanence for impatience, and turned something memorable into something forgettable in seconds. This isn't about skill or strategy. It's about judgment, about recognizing when a sandbox game pauses and silently asks what kind of player you are. And in that moment, Zechariah Beale, you answered by destroying a 1 in thousands occurrence for absolutely nothing special in return. So let this be the takeaway. Next time the game gives you something rare, something fragile, something that doesn't need to be optimized or harvested immediately, pause, think. Because moments like that don't respawn. And when they're gone, all that's left is the choice you made. Piggies, please have a seat. I've had enough of your bullshit. Your actions against the leader of the pigs are absolutely disgusting. You decided to stab him in his ass cheeks. He was just trying to walk in his crib, and you decided to do this bullshit to him. This is unacceptable behavior from you 4-legged swine. This causes the king to fall and accidentally make a mess on the corporal pig, but for no reason. You threw the king off a cliff into a pile of mud, but then you laugh at his pain. And this was utterly humiliating for King Smooth Cheeks. All you hogs do is take your anger out on other people, never hurt anyone again. You're the scums of Piggy Island, and I'm getting sick of it. This is a warning. Next time, you will become an urban legend. You can have what's left.
There won't be any left. There's never any left.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Listen up, greedy fat nigga. The action you just did was a sign of greed. Instead of letting you continue, how about we have a little chit-chat? Your greediness exceeds levels that even the sin of greed. Gold ship, stand still. Do not fidget. Do not grin. This is not one of your circus performances. What you did was not mischief. It was not comedy. It was not some charming display of quirkiness. It was a spectacular exhibition of recklessness, wrapped in a glittery costume of stupidity. You kicked your trainers in the face. Do you possess even the faintest understanding of what a trainer is? That person you treat like a convenient piece of furniture is the architect of your victories, the strategist behind your glory, the human being who invests time, sleep, and sanity into transforming your chaotic energy into something resembling greatness. And how do you repay that dedication? With airborne footwear and bone-rattling disrespect. You parade around with that smug expression as if unpredictability is a personality trait instead of a behavioral malfunction. Newsflash. Being random does not make you legendary. Discipline does. Restraint does. Respect does. You have talent, yes, absurd, overflowing talent. But talent without control is a loaded cannon rolling downhill. Impressive for 3 seconds, catastrophic for everyone nearby. Your trainers are not crash test dummies for your impulses. They are not villains in your personal comedy show. They are the reason you have a track to run on instead of a stable to sulk in. Look at me. Greatness is not measured by how loud you are, how shocking you are, or how many people you can send flying. Greatness is measured by mastery over oneself. And right now, you are being outperformed by your own bad decisions. You want to be remembered as a champion? Then act like one. Because the next time your foot accidentally launches towards someone's face, the only thing you'll be racing is my disappointment.
Some animals give me boners!
Listen up, Christopher Griffin. That is completely inappropriate to say in front of everyone. Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Do not breathe. Do not speak. Take a moment to understand what you just said.
Wah! Wah! You like that? Huh? You like that? Wah! You just tune this out, don't you? Wah! Well, tune this out! Wah!
Brian Edward Augustine Griffin. Do you realize what you just did? You, who posture as the weary intellectual, the misunderstood adult in a room full of Philistines, chose to combat a baby, a being whose entire emotional vocabulary consists of hungry, tired, and why is existence so loud? By shrieking like a malfunctioning smoke alarm, not to soothe, not to remove yourself from the situation like a sentient being with impulse. Control, no, you retaliated against an infant, in falsetto, and look around, see the stairs. That's not solidarity. That's not wow, bold social commentary. That's a collective human moment of, is this dog having a breakdown? And should we alert someone? Because here's the tragedy of it, Brian. The baby will forget this moment within minutes. You, however, have etched yourself into the memory of every diner present as that guy, the one who confused petulance for wit, the one who mistook mockery for moral high ground. The one who, instead of rising above an annoyance, dug beneath it and started enthusiastically shoveling. You didn't expose the absurdity of public disruptions. You became one. You didn't critique inconsiderate parenting. You provided a live demonstration of why maturity cannot be purchased with red wine and paperback novels. You didn't win the room. You lost it spectacularly. With the kind of self-inflicted humiliation usually reserved for viral videos titled, "Man Thinks This Is a Good Idea," and let's address the irony, because it is rich and it is merciless. You claim to hate noise, chaos, and stupidity, yet you just added to all three with theatrical commitment. You turned a minor inconvenience into a full-blown social farce starring yourself as the loudest, pettiest figure in the room. Congratulations, you outcried the baby. What a triumph. Truly the apex of civilization. So sit down, drink your water, reflect quietly, and understand this fundamental truth. The baby was crying because it couldn't regulate its emotions. You were crying because you refused to.
Here's your baby. She's beautiful. Isn't she, sweetheart?
It's hard to believe she's already 18.
Glenn Quagmire, let's get this clear. That pathetic excuse for a joke you just spat out is stupid, fucked up, and makes you look like a goddamn idiot.
I'll sit next to you, Chrissy. Hey, Daniel. I want to sit next to Chrissy. But I was here first. Miss Elena, move. Stop pushing me. Stop, Daniel. I'm sitting here. I'm so mad. If you don't move, I'm gonna...
Oh my fucking god, Daniel Tiger. Are you serious right now? Why did you do that? Why did you try to push Prince Wednesday? That is so rude and unnecessary. The principal can't take you to the office. She's dead. You're just causing some trouble. I'm sick of this bullshit. All that you do is feeling jealous, being mean to your sister, and being bad at school. That's what we're talking about. If this shit happens again, I'm going to destroy your best train ever. Trollery, now don't start this at school today. Sergeant Jacob Miles. Listen, here you green piece of shit. You stand there in that uniform, polished brass, gleaming, as if it could blind the truth itself. And yet you dare raise your fist against a man unraveling inside his own mind. Do you comprehend the magnitude of what you've done? Walter was not insubordinate. He was not mutinous. He was afflicted. Hallucinations are not acts of defiance. They are fractures in perception. Involuntary, merciless distortions of reality. And you, in your infinite impatience, elected violence as your remedy. Tell me, Sergeant, did striking him silence the phantoms? Did your knuckles restore chemical equilibrium in his brain? Or did it merely gratify that primitive, brutish impulse you so desperately masquerade as discipline? You are entrusted with command, a position demanding discernment, restraint, and intellectual rigor. Instead, you displayed the emotional sophistication of a cornered animal. You mistook vulnerability for rebellion. You punished pathology as though it were treason. That is not leadership. That is cowardice concealed behind rank. Suffering hallucinations is navigating a battlefield you cannot see. A war of misfiring synapses and distorted stimuli. And rather than fortify him, you chose to become another adversary. You compounded his terror. You validated his paranoia. You confirmed that even his commanding officer cannot distinguish illness from insubordination. Do you understand how profoundly dangerous that is? Fear spreads. Distrust metastasizes. Morale decays from within. A unit does not fracture because of one struggling mind. It fractures when its leader responds with cruelty instead of cognition. You will reflect on this, Sergeant. You will contemplate the ethical obligation you swore to uphold. The duty to protect not only the body of your men, but the fragile architecture of their minds. And if you cannot cultivate the patience and intellectual gravity required to lead Teletubby beings instead of subdue them, then your rank is nothing but ornamental metal, pinned to moral bankruptcy. Pray this is the last time your ignorance outweighs your authority, because next time it will not be a reprimand you receive. It will be a reckoning. Teasy's vids.
You're so cute, handsome. I love you so much. I love you.
Have you any decency, you sick fuck? What was actually going on in your cranium for you to think it was okay to blast mommy ASMR in a public server? Not only is this such a low level of loneliness, but you displayed such loneliness to all of your peers. Now everyone you know will see you as this lonely bitch. And quite frankly, I wouldn't blame them. Like you genuinely sat there in the middle of class and thought that the most optimal thing to do was to watch such filth. And sure, dilly-dallying in class is one thing, but basically blasting puppy boy audios is another. This is such a level of humiliation to the point where it's painful to watch. And respectfully, it's all your fault. So not only can't you pull the ladies, but you can't even contain your lonely impulses. This cannot go without punishment. So I will be stripping you of all of your mommy ASMR data, and you'll be sent to Arkham Asylum. Nightmare out.
Of course we're willing to do anything for you. Whoa. Back off right now, buddy. That's my kitten. 6767.
Fucking e-daters. Sit the fuck down and let's have a little chit-chat. The fact that you just did that is unforgettable. How did both of you not die of shame, let alone die because of your parents? Oh wait, because you probably don't have any. Both of your existences have no purposes in this life. I would recommend you both stand up and hang yourselves.
Have a seat. I've had enough of your bullshit. Your actions against the leader of the pigs are absolutely disgusting. You decided to stab him in his ass cheeks. He was just trying to walk in his crib, and you decided to do this bullshit to him. This is unacceptable behavior from you four-legged swine. This causes the king to fall and accidentally make a mess on the corporal pig, but for no reason. You threw the king off a cliff into a pile of mud, but then you laugh at his pain. And this was utterly humiliating for King Smooth Cheeks. All you hogs do is take your anger out on other people, never hurt anyone again. You're the scums of Piggy Island, and I'm getting sick of it. This is a warning. Next time, you will become an urban legend.
Does anyone know how to stop my wife from singing that one Japanese song that starts with Ruby-chan? Oh, God. Nani ga suki?
Chocolate! Yorima, natta!
Let me stop you right there, you fucking imbecile. I will not let this man take any more discomfort from your childish and blatantly disgusting antics. What you did was not only extremely annoying, but also You're very clearly causing exhaustion from the others around you. And you even had the nerve to hit him after he didn't comply. What the actual fuck is your problem? This guy had to whisper for you to not catch on. And guess what? Your squeaky sounding ass popped from up those stairs like you were waiting for a cue. From here on out, I'm not allowing you to speak to him, or anyone for that matter again. Do not disobey, for there will be severe consequences. Teasy's
Look, the cat
vids.
dragged in. Come inside, I'll show you around. Hey, how you doing? Not bad, kid, not bad. Whoa. Hey, nice camera.
Is this serious?
Beef Matt, please take a seat. It's clear you don't understand the depravity of this, so let me break it down for you. You, an adult, thought it would be a brilliant idea to set up your tripod outside, where you can record yourself LARPing as a father who is impressed with a teenager's breast size. Please let that nasty ass shit sink in. There is nothing about that in which it'll bring in laughter or praise. You're just a fucking weirdo. Additionally, you've created a horrible digital footprint in which people can keep playing a video of you portraying a pervert over and over and over again. Also, what the fuck does your son's girlfriend's breast size have to do with anything? Normally, it's the parent's job to assess things like values, character, and motherhood before they allow a girl to get with their son. But no, your weird ass is more concerned with what's on the outside than what's on the inside. That right there defines your character more than anything else, and this very moment will be a testimony to that. Please, Matt, do better. Nightmare, out.
Sure. Have a seat, Mr. Burger. Evan Burger.
Burger? I'm sorry, did he just say that his last name is Burger? Oh my god, do you come with fries? Is your middle name Cheese?
Trevor Larkin, Donkey Dick Jr. Let's have a quick chat. First and foremost, close your fucking mouth. The unnecessary exposure of your teeth, gums, and saliva is gross. If you're going to bully someone, at least give yourself some authority and freshen up. Secondly, this is just extremely unfunny. Evan can't change his last name, yet you took advantage of this, only because it sounds like the delicacy people call a burger. There was a tree, a big tree full of opportunities to make a better joke. Yet you went for the lowest hanging fruit and made a stupid-ass joke about his last name. And to make matters worse, absolutely nobody was laughing with you. Jokes are supposed to spread laughter across the room, yet your jokes are only exhibiting awkwardness. And finally, but definitely not least, is the impact this moment will have upon you. Since you like to crack jokes about names, why don't we talk about yours? This very moment, Trevor, has tarnished your family's reputation. Just from your poor comedic advancements, you're putting your family's name in a bad light. Because in this very classroom, you are here to learn and represent your family's future. So heed my warning, because if you keep this up, your future won't be bright. With that being said, apologize to Mr. Burger and the rest of the classroom before I make you an urban legend. Nightmare, out.
Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California.
Cease everything. Nobody move, nobody blink, or move a muscle. Just listen. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Not only are you abusing Rainbow Dash, but you slammed her into a door over a little mishap. That explosive reaction you gave to that little mistake was completely disproportionate. Additionally, I don't think you understand how saddening this is. You clearly can't maintain a relationship with a person, so you resorted to dating ponies, which that alone is wrong on so many levels. And to make matters worse, you still managed to fuck that up. Do you think you'll be able to find love if you can't have a healthy relationship with a pony? I think fucking not. And finally, out of every reaction you could have given Rainbow Dash, You chose the aggressor. The thought of simply talking it out never crossed your mind, and you immediately resorted to violence. This single action was a testimony to your character. When things don't go your way, you resort to the extreme, avoiding all logic and reasoning. People like you are the reason why we can't evolve as a society. Keep this up, and the next time I see you will be your last day on Earth. Nightmare, out.
And honestly, when I turn 18, I don't know that I ever want to see you again.
You're right. You're right. I'm a terrible mother. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Meg. Can you ever forgive me? Oh, God.
Lois fucking Patrice Griffin. Listen very carefully to the words I'm about to say. Have you finally realized what you've done? Has the weight of your actions finally seeped into your heart? You, Lois, are a disgraceful mother and human being. All you have ever done as a mother is physically, mentally, and psychologically abuse your own children. I understand that parenthood can be difficult at times, especially when it comes to 2 teenagers and a toddler. But you, Lois, have made not a single grain of effort to raise or treat your children, least of all Megan, with any decency, care, or respect. You have continuously not only been implicit in, but also a participant and encouraging voice in the constant abuse, harm, and humiliation of Megan. And not only that, but you have allowed your own husband to torment her in ways I cannot even comprehend. Megan standing up to you now is not disobedience and not cruelty, but a final stand after years and years of abuse that you have caused. And you have the audacity to sit here and weep, as if you have not caused Megan to weep thousands of times before you, you narcissistic, unprincipled woman. I hope you take this as a lesson, Lois, and I hope you change your ways before it's too late for Megan or any of your children to forgive you. Teasy's
I think
vids.
you have a little crush on me. Ew, no. Yeah, I think you do.
How many times must I say it? LARPing with a fake anime chick is getting you nowhere in life. And quite frankly, it's more so embarrassing than it is impractical. The fact that you're orchestrating this bit as if you can spit game goes to show that you can't pull the ladies. All you do is repel them. And what even made you think you stood a chance? You're clearly a descendant of Rod Wave, yet you've got all of this confidence. All that winking and posing in front of the camera isn't doing you any better as well. That shit is nasty, cocky, and disturbing. Why? Because it goes to show your lack of concern and understanding of your actions. You deadass don't see anything wrong with this. You just clicked post and went on with your day as if you didn't blatantly post a catfish. I'm genuinely sickened by this level of depravity. So sick that you need punishment. The 9th layer is too generous for you, so all you'll be needing is a salad. Nightmare, out. You really thought that was a good idea, didn't you? Interrupting a volatile situation, an actual physical altercation, and then having the audacity to immortalize it in a so-called edit. Not even a thoughtful one. No, what you produced was a spectacle of poor judgment wrapped in shallow theatrics. A cringe display, as people would bluntly call it, but I'm more interested in the implications behind it. Do you understand the gravity of what you inserted yourself into? A fight is not content. It is not a stage for your impulsive need for attention or validation. It is a convergence of tension, risk, and consequence. And yet, you treated it like background footage for your own momentary relevance, reducing something serious into a trivial, performative montage. What's more unsettling is the mindset this reveals. You didn't hesitate. You didn't assess. You didn't consider the potential harm to yourself or others. Instead, you prioritized visibility over responsibility. That tells me this wasn't just a lapse in judgment, it was a deliberate abandonment of it. And let's not ignore the tone of that edit. The exaggerated cuts, the misplaced energy, the attempt at dramatization. It wasn't just inappropriate, it was dissonant. Almost disturbingly so. You managed to strip the situation of its seriousness and replace it with something hollow, something that feels detached from reality. That kind of detachment is dangerous, because if you can't distinguish between what should be documented responsibly and what should be left alone, or better yet, de-escalated, then you're not just being careless. You're becoming complicit in amplifying chaos. So here's what you need to ask yourself, and I suggest you think very carefully before answering. Are you someone who contributes meaningfully to situations, or someone who exploits them for fleeting attention, regardless of the consequences? Because right now, your actions have made that answer painfully clear.
Bite by Night deserves F tier.
This was the most anticipated game of 2026, but everyone was wrong. It's not like other FNAF games
Where you sit in your office and survive against animatronics.
Instead, they literally just told us. Optical Studio. Don't move. Don't breathe. Listen carefully. What the fuck is your actual problem? Copy of Forsaken? Do you want to be torn apart? I don't give a fuck if it's rage bait. You dare compare one of the best FNAF fan games in ages to Forsaken? What is the same here? The stamina bar? Newsflash, dumbass. Every asymmetrical game has one. Oh, but I'm sure it's just Forsaken that made that a thing, right? If you're such a fan of FNAF games, maybe appreciate the game for making unique gameplay with the source material, instead of purposefully putting Bite by Night in F tier for not being the same gameplay as every other FNAF game ever. Do better next time, or else you will be eliminated.
I'll sit next to you, Chrissy. Hey, Daniel. I want to sit next to Chrissy. But I was here first. Miss Elena, move. Stop pushing me. Stop, Daniel. I'm sitting here. I'm so mad. If you don't move, I'm gonna...
Oh my fucking god, Daniel Tiger. Are you serious right now? Why did you do that? Why did you try to push Prince Wednesday? That is so rude and unnecessary. The principal can't take you to the office. She's dead. You're just causing some trouble. I'm sick of this bullshit. All that you do is feeling jealous, being mean to your sister, and being bad at school. That's what we're talking about. If this shit happens again, I'm going to destroy your best train ever. Trollery, now don't start this at school today.
Doggy.
Ow.
Doggy.
Ow.
Doggy.
Too hard.
I like doggy.
Too hard.
Doggy.
Gonna bite.
Doggy.
Gonna bite.
Doggy.
Listen to me carefully, nigga. Because this is not a suggestion, and it is certainly not a debate. What you are doing to Brian is not affection. It is reckless, uninformed manhandling dressed up as love. A dog is not a stress ball for your unprocessed impulses, nor is he a tactile outlet for your lack of restraint. Brian is a living creature with nerve endings, tolerance thresholds, and a finite supply of patience, none of which you seem intellectually equipped to acknowledge. When you clamp down on his spine like you're trying to extract joy through brute force, you're communicating one thing and one thing only: that you possess neither observational skill nor basic empathy. Do you notice how his ears flatten, how his muscles tense? Of course you don't. That would require awareness, and awareness has clearly never been your strong suit. What you call petting is in reality an aggressive over-application of pressure that borders on harassment. Dogs endure discomfort far longer than humans do, not because they enjoy it, but because they are gracious in ways you have never earned. So let me be exquisitely clear. You will lower your hands. You will slow your movements. You will apply gentleness with intention and intelligence, or you will remove yourself from Brian's presence entirely. Because if the choice is between protecting a dog who trusts by instinct and tolerating your oblivious stupidity, the decision is embarrassingly simple. Now think, then act, and for once in your life, use restraint, you dumbass nigga.
At this point, are we even the same character?
Oh, do you want to find out Teddy Bear?
Freddy fucking Fazbear. What the fuck did you just do? Correct yourself immediately. If you ever do that again, I will not hesitate to fucking incinerate you and do irreversible things. So I would think twice before doing shit like that.
I'm posting this on my TikTok. I have no idea who this man is. He is lying. I have no idea who this man is. I'm posting this on every platform ever.
YouTuber. I'm a very popular YouTuber, and everyone on YouTube's gonna see this, even including the creator of Lemming, and even including the creator of this game. So he will ban you. So this guy, yeah, his name is Fishlegs. His name is Fishlegs. He's at the top. His ID is 112435.
Alright, here's the 411, folks. Say some gangster is dissing your fly girl. You just give him one of these. Ooh, hey, ooh.
Listen carefully, Moammer Morris, Sislak. What you performed was not protection, dominance, or loyalty. It was insecurity acting out. Pretending to execute someone because they spoke to your girlfriend is not courage. It is fear wearing a costume. You confused jealousy with authority and intimidation with respect. And in doing so revealed how little control you actually possess. A secure person does not need theatrics to feel powerful. They don't escalate harmless moments into spectacles. The instant you resorted to that display, you exposed a lack of trust, restraint, and emotional discipline. That is not strength. That is instability pretending to be bold. Power never needs to announce itself. You did. And then you danced. Whatever seriousness you thought you had collapsed immediately. Nothing destroys intimidation faster than turning it into a performance. Fear evaporates when the threat starts moving like it forgot its own purpose. Instead of commanding the room, you became the joke in it. People didn't recoil, they remembered. You didn't look dangerous. You looked unserious, impulsive, and embarrassingly unaware of how you were being perceived. That moment didn't scare anyone. It branded you. Trying to look intimidating while undermining yourself is how reputations crack in real time. Here's what you failed to consider. Moments like that do not disappear. They settle in memory. They resurface later in decisions you are never invited into. People don't argue with behavior like that. They quietly distance themselves. Institutions document it. Opportunities bypass it. Trust avoids it. You didn't assert dominance. You identified yourself as a liability. So understand this clearly. The world is not impressed by impulsive displays of control. It is patient, observant, and ruthless with those who refuse to grow. You are judged not by how loudly you react, but by how well you restrain yourself. Reality already took note. And if I have to talk to you again, I will, and I quote, disembowel you and let you bleed out.
I love chocolate, but I can't eat it because then I'll get fat. But it's so good.
Look at you, Brian Griffin, staring at the evidence like it betrayed you. Chocolate. Poison dressed as dessert. A warning printed in letters you never learned to read, and yet, you chose it. You say you'll get fat if you eat it, as if that's the danger, as if fat is the threat standing at the door. But tell me something, philosopher of crumbs. You're already heavy, already round with consequence, already shaped by every bad decision you've ever swallowed. So what was this? Hunger? Defiance? Or just the simple tragedy of a mind that never stops to ask why? Chocolate doesn't make you fat. It makes you silent, slow, still. And while you worry about weight, your heart is counting seconds. Think next time, if there is a next time. Because stupidity isn't loud, it's quiet, it chews, it swallows, and it waits, you stupid fat fucking dog.
Yo, what are you wearing, bro? Bro, this dude's avatar is ugly, dude. What are you wearing? The fuck are you talking about? Change out of that, bro.
Is epic_VR. Don't move a muscle, and listen up. I highly recommend you heed my words and take what I'm about to say with a serious intent. You just bullies an innocent user in the game known as VR Chat. It's ironic for someone as friendly as you, who also has a built community, to be rude to another user in this video game. If I ever catch you doing this again, I will send you to hell. Do I make myself clear? Don't ever let me catch you doing this again, because if I get word that you do such an intolerable act again, then I will personally go out of my way to make sure you never live in peace again.
You know,
You stop and kill the speed. He isn't laughing at you. Look at him, he's laughing, bro. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I was on that forever. I mean, there's not much to do. Might as well just go on my phone. Oh, hello, Doc.
Fortnite's definitely adding this.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Sam adds Fortnite in the comments.
I hate D-Bot. Please take a seat. Somewhere in that hollow shell you call a brain, you genuinely thought this shit was a good idea. You deliberately put all of your stomach meat out for everyone to see, and then you shook your blubber with the hopes of getting Fortnite's attention. I hate to break it to you, but shaking your body fat while giving the viewer a disturbing look isn't any way to attract good publicity. On top of that, this is literally every fucking video on your account. Do you mean to tell me that your sole purpose in life is to persuade Fortnite into making an emote of your belly dancing? My brother in Christ, please lock the fuck in. There are thousands upon thousands of other useful things you could have been doing. You could have been pursuing a profession. You could have read a book or taken a walk. But no, you thought the most ideal thing to be doing with your life was to belly dance for the internet. Please, fix your act before it's too late, Sonian. Nightmare. Out.